Hello everybody and welcome to MRC on a Thursday night. This is Tier 0 for the final race of the week around Circuit de Barcelona in Catalonia in Spain. I am your lead commentator for this one, BITW365, also known as Carl, and alongside me for the second time this week, because he's already done a race, I believe it was yesterday in Tier 3, he was on co-coms for that one, is Keyser Soze, also known as Steve Jarman. Good evening.
Good evening. How you doing, all right?
Yeah, not too bad. At least you've had a bit of practice ready, because you jumped in for Tier 3 yesterday for that one, so
yes,
you've had
indeed.
plenty of prep for this.
Yeah, all good, ready to go. It's good. We're just having a quick chat pre-going live, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting one because we've obviously got Armar and Saviour right in the mix of each other. Could go any way there. And,
yeah,
GTS out of the mix.
Yeah, he's only just out of the mix, 79 points behind new championship leader, which is now Armar, after outscoring Saviour for the third race in a row at Miami. So Saviour is now the chaser rather than the chasee, and it's only 2 points going into these last three races, so it's anyone's guess at this rate. But yeah, sadly for GTS being 79 points behind after Miami with three races left, that mathematically leaves him out of the championship fight, and it's just down to Saviour and Armar for the last three races to decide the Tier 0 championship. We've got Polski coming round the final two corners to put the first run on the board, so we're going to go on board with the Mercedes. Sorry, it's Seb Mail. I'm looking at the thing, there's that many drivers on the side there. It's actually Seb Mail in the Mercedes. So heading down towards turn 1, you've got to be careful that you don't, and then turn 2, careful of the curb, and then the sweep of turn 3. And then we've got a short straight where Hamilton and Rosberg famously came together many years ago. As we head through turn 4, you've got to be careful that you don't touch the grass on the exit. And then turn 5, which is downhill as well, so we're heading out downhill through the kink of 6, and then it's uphill as well as a left right of 7 and 8, and then you carry on going uphill, and then right at the breast of the hill is turn 9, and this is one of the DRS zones heading down towards turn 10, which has been altered a few years ago. And now we're heading to turn through 11, and then here we are at turn 12, and then we've got 13 and 14. We missed the old chicane, it's back to the old way, and this is the final corner of 13 over the line, and Seb Mail sets the banker lap of a 15.330 to put the first time on the board, which is a solid lap for Seb Mail to start things off, but obviously we've still got some of the heavy hitters still to come.
Got Stumbo come over 13.6.
Yes. And there's one of the heavy hitters.
There we go.
GTS 12.5. And G-Star 12.9. So we've got a few 12s in now all of a sudden.
I think they'll come through thick and fast.
Yeah.
Banker laps for everyone at the moment.
Drop down and try and find somebody. We've got a Red Bull of Maverick coming through Sector 3. He's got his teammate just ahead of him, Lorpy, who's also on a lap. So both Red Bulls will cross the line astern. Lorpy goes for the 13.4, and Maverick goes slightly behind on a 14.6. So 4th and 6th for Red Bull after their first runs. As Mudev jumps straight to the top of the times with a 12.359 in the Alpine, the only Alpine on track. So if there's any altercations and everyone has to go into the pits at the same time, he will not have to worry about double stacking because he's the only Alpine on track tonight. A bit like Well, I think he's the only. Yeah, he's the only. Fake Connor disqualified. He's last minute stand-in.
He's probably just trying to avoid pulling out.
Yeah, he's probably just waiting for people to go down the start-finish straight, and it's disqualified him.
Sorry, Nelson put himself into 5th with a 12.9.
Yeah.
Nels and G-Stars times. Well, and Polsky.
Yeah, Jay Sarge up in 3rd with a 12.6, reserving tonight. So I think it's the first time Jay Sarge has gave Tier 0 a go. So to be 3rd quickest at this early stage is a solid job for the Sergeant.
Indeed.
Fitting that he's in a Williams as well. But we'll drop down to one of our quickest drivers in MRC. Bobo was also reserving tonight. Obviously, championship leader in Tier 1 and has had a solid season throughout. Tends to be up the front of the timing pages even when he was in Tier 0. So, wonder if he'll carry on that usual routine. Comes around the final corner in the Racing Bull. But it's only P3. He's only slightly slower than GTS, so he goes 3rd at the very moment. But he displaces J Sarge. Championship leader Armar, I've just noticed, is 5th fastest at the moment. And he's going to be mainly focusing on Saviour because of those two being in a title fight with these last 3 remaining rounds. We'll go to Vans, who's just coming towards turn 9 in the middle part of the lap in the kick Sauber. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss hearing the name Sauber on the grid when it changes to Audi next year.
Yeah, gonna be a bit strange. Plus Cadillac as well.
Because Sauber's been anonymous with Formula 1 for many, many years as Vans puts the second Sauber into P10. But we'll jump to the only driver that's yet to set a time. It is the Papaya McLaren of Saviour, who at one point, I believe, won 4 races in a row about roughly in the middle of the season. He missed Brazil, but since then he's been outscored by Armar in the last 3 rounds of the championship, which now has put him 2 points behind going into this round, which is round 12 of 14. As he's just...
Single tracks, just put himself into 6th, sorry.
Yeah, single track in the Mercedes. We're going to stick with Saviour. His target is obviously the front of the grid, but he wants to out-qualify Armar. Comes to the line, and he does go to the top. A 1:12.303, pipping the Alpine of Mudev, but that significantly puts him ahead of Armar, which is key in the championship fight. He needs to out-qualify Armar, and ideally he needs to outscore him as well, but 2 points, it can go anyone's at the moment.
G-Stars on the lap at the moment. If he carries the time through, he could potentially just jump ahead of Armar.
Yeah, I just found Smith, who's further around. He's coming into the penultimate corner in the Ferrari, but he's bailed on his lap. So Smith's in, so we're going to jump back to G-Star, who's got a bit of traffic getting out of the way.
Might get in front of J-Stars again. He got another...
Oh, Maverick disqualified now for blocking the pit lane. So yet again, somebody waiting at the pit lane to allow people to come through, but the game has decided to disqualify them for blocking him in the pit lane, because it's a bit of a weird one. Yeah, it is, because you got to stay within the white line, and obviously if drivers on a fast lap, you don't want to be impeding them, especially when you're coming out the pit lane. So unfortunately, Connor and Maverick have fallen foul of that, so we've got 2 disqualifications in this practice session. I mentioned him earlier. Sarge doing a decent job on his first run, so we're going to follow the Sergeant in the Williams on his current run. He's 13 thousandths up in Sector 1. It's a fraction improvement. He'll want to carry that round. Bit of a lock up into turn 5, but no problem for Sarge in the Williams. Uphill of 7 and 8, so easy to lose the car there and easy to dip a wheel in the gravel, just like on the exit of turn 9. He just goes over the limits. He kept it out of the gravel, but sadly the game has invalidated him on the exit of turn 9, so this lap will not count.
Nels just jumped himself up to 6th place.
Yeah,
1:12.6. It's not a bad effort.
Nels puts the Haas in that top section of the grid. It's still Saviour on pole though, as GTS is just started a flying lap, but we'll catch up with Mahmudev, who's down on his time, so probably doing double warm-ups or so we'll go away from the Alpine for now. Bobo coming to the end of Sector 2. 2 tenths up. We'll put him closer to Saviour, who's currently on an out lap. So 2 more corners left for Bobo in the Racing Bull. And he comes to the line. And it's a 12.0, 4/10th improvement. Bobo goes to the top of the timing page.
Saviour's got his work cut out for him now.
Yeah. This could make things very difficult for the 2 championship challengers in Saviour and Armagh, having somebody like Bobo, who both drivers know.
He's just going to come in and mess it all up for him.
He could make things very difficult for them, but at the end of the day, they've only got to try and focus on each other, because it's just those 2 in the fight.
Exactly that. I mean,
Armagh improves but remains P5. So we're going to jump now to Saviour to see if he can counter Bobo's...
1,000th up.
Yeah, he's only just up on his time through Sector 1.
Apex there.
Nice and smooth. You don't want to be getting too much of the yellow curve through there, because it can unsettle the car.
Yeah.
Comes to the end of Sector 2. He's 55 thousandths up, so he's pretty much matching his previous time.
Very consistent.
Consistency is key. You may be one of the slowest drivers, but if you can keep your lap times within a tenth of each other for constant laps, it's still there.
Oh.
He does improve to a 12.1, but sadly still sits in second behind Bobo, so it is Bobo with the cards at the moment. Everyone else in the pits, apart from the 2 Ferraris, and as Sternberg's gone in, so we've got 4 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock.
Enough to get in and out quick, get another run in. Hell for leather.
Just quickly got YouTube up on my phone, because I just realised I haven't got it up, so I didn't see the chat, but I have just noticed that Martin in the YouTube chat near the start of the stream, he says he's giving out possible rain for the race, so
I've actually seen that.
whenever I hear about rain in Spain, I remember 1996 with that phenomenal race win for Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari, signifying his ability in the wet. So, I mean, it won't be the first race we've had this week in the rain, because obviously Tier 1 was rain affected as well. And it was a chaotic one at points. We had Bobo having a moment which dropped him down the order and ended up having a scrap with myself for the last 2 laps, but he didn't need to worry about overtaking me because of 3 seconds. So everyone's prepping or just about to go out for their final runs.
There we go, Martin's just said as well.
Heavy rain, late race. But that's from his app, not the game, so we'll take that with a pinch of salt.
I'll take the game.
But I can tell you now, because he's very fond of wet races, is Martin. So I can tell you now he's doing. Well, he's not out on track, so he is doing a rain dance about now in that Mercedes garage, in the back of shot, in the back of the garage, doing his rain dance, praying that it rains, because as we know, single track's got a very good record when it comes to racing. Ooh, bit of a moment for Sarge through turn 10. Back end stepped out, but he caught it well. A bit of a slap around there. Didn't lose the car, gathered it up well. Seb Males retired in the up the hill towards turn 9, as Sarge does not improve with that moment out of turn 10. Instantly tries to get out of the way of cars behind, but we'll jump to GTS, who's on his last run. Many people on outlap, so there's going to be plenty of action to go at the end of this one. We're going to follow the Aston Martin. 10th up. Mudev is on his last run, so we'll keep an eye on that as well. But Saviour has just started as well.
Yep, I'm going to keep an eye on that.
And I believe Bobo's not too far on the track map as well. He'll be looking at the track map coming around the final corner now, but we are watching GTS, who's lost a bit of time through Sector 2, but he's still 92 thousandths up. So he's just got 2 corners to go. Haas doing a bit of rally, staying out the way, kicking up some gravel. Mudev, GTS to the line. A 10th improvement, stays 3rd in the Aston Martin. So we'll jump to, I believe it was Mudev who was ahead of the top 3.
Toby's 700ths up at the moment.
I think Mudev with 3/10 up coming out of Sector 3. And Mudev goes top 11.9, so Mudev cracks the 111s right at the depth. He needed that. Saviour 12-0, just misses out. Armar stays 5th, so Saviour has out-qualified Armar, which is crucial in his championship fight. As Bobo comes to the line. Yeah, Bobo stays 3rd, so Mudev looks to be on pole at the moment. I don't think anyone else is going to challenge Mudev's 11.9, because that was a phenomenal lap that he's pulled out the hat there. He's not pulled a rabbit, he's pulled a 111.9 to take provisional pole.
Yeah, it's incredible that time.
And Martin's bailed out his final run, and GTS also not really on a lap, so he's just going to take the flag. He'll be 4th, and that's qualifying because single track goes into the pit. So Mahmudev, from under everybody's nose, including the championship challengers, takes pole in the Alpine, with Saviour, who crucially has got 2 cars separating himself and Armar on the grid, because he'll be 2nd, Armar down in 5th. We'll run through the grid order when we get the full list of the grid, whilst we wait for a Mercedes to be pushed into the garage. Yeah, there's the reminder in the Discord of 5-minute break. So here is the grid for Tier 0 in Spain. Mahmudev on pole. Saviour will be on that front row. Then it's Bobo and GTS. Then it is Championship leader Armar. Then Rassam. Then J-Sarge. Nels. Then Vans. Single track rounds out the top 10. G-Star 11th. Dunbo Sonic 12th. Polski 13th. Lorpy 14th. Sternberg 15th. Smith 16th, Said Mail 17th, and then we have Maverick 18th and Connor in 19th, who sadly both got disqualified after allowing people who were either on a fast lap or starting a fast lap, and sadly getting disqualified for blocking the pit lane. So if that heavy rain is possible towards the end of the race, I wonder what strategies everyone's going to probably go for, because if you got rain coming to the end, do you start on mediums, get a quick stint out the way and put a set of hards on and hopefully take the hards until the rain comes if we have any towards the end?
Yeah, it's a difficult one because, I mean, if it's the last, say, third of the race, then I'd be inclined to just put a set of hards on from the start, try and ride it out until the rain comes, and just do the pit onto into.
Yeah, it just depends, and it depends how quickly it affects the track as well. Because just using Belgium just for an example, sometimes when we have a wet race at Spa, the track tends to get wet very quickly due to the nature of the rain over there. So, I mean, we've had, like I say, I mentioned 96 earlier, and the conditions that year in Spain was Martin's just said in the YouTube chat, forecast too late for one stop that he thinks. So
right.
It could be with the fact that they'll have to use at least 2 sets of dry tyres before the rain comes. So it must be coming relatively late, and depending on how, like I say, how quickly it soaks the track depends on how quickly the inters. I mean, if it comes down that heavy, it can go inters but then straight to full wets, but I've never seen that happen. It seems to gradually go through an intermediate phase and then into full wets. We never have like what we've had before with a sudden downpour and the track gets that wet that even the inters can't go, that it's has to be straight to the full wets.
Yeah,
but time will tell. In the meantime, the track itself, formation lap, which will be led off by Mudev. So we'll have a quick look.
I think someone started.
Yeah, because there's a few people sat on the grid not moving.
Flag.
Have we got a red flag?
We've got a red flag.
Okay.
To go at 29.
And it's 28, so yeah, somebody's gone too early, so red flag out, which means we'll be resetting the lobby to start the grid. So that'll be the stream ending here, so we'll go live again once we're all sorted, so stay tuned for that.